This is Kenny Moe, and we are looking at Week 16 in the New Era Football League. It's an ugly one, folks. I just took over this team. I have yet to play a game. So they booted the old owner because obviously he was terrible. 2-12. But what is more appalling than that appears to be the roster decisions made by this guy. So let me go ahead and break this roster down for you. Man, I'm going to struggle to win any of these games in the next few weeks. I'm not sure that I really want to at this point. I could really use the best draft pick available. And that's just all there is. So we'll take a look at this here. We're going to look at quarterback. We have Ryan Nassib. He'll be okay. He'll be all right. I've gotten by with worse, so I'm not that concerned with him. Below him is Nick Sam. He is a rookie, 74 overall. Superstar dev trait. You can't see that right here, but I've already took a sneak peek at that for you. Has no deep accuracy, which that doesn't concern me as much. His short accuracy is doable. Throwing power is decent. Medium accuracy definitely needs some work. And then obviously play action. If you've seen me play games before, you got to have that play action. Speed, he can move a little bit. Got some great agility for a quarterback. Acceleration is decent, so we'll be able to run a little bit of our option with him, and that is going to be fine. Apparently, I'm not going to get to check him out this season, so it'll be a surprise. Kind of see what happens next year. I could definitely use a quarterback. None of these guys are spectacular, but at this point, like I said, I think I can get by with these guys for next season. So we will see what happens. Unless one falls right into my lap, that's where we're going to be. Oh, and then the running back situation. Three guys, all 25 years old. We got Andre Williams down here at the bottom, Mr. Slow Dev. You won't make it through this offseason before you get cut, sir. Orleans Darkwa. Decent low player. He's not bad at all. He can get by, 90 speed, low strength, and that bothers me. Low agility for what I like to do. And then I like to have a little higher acceleration. Speed doesn't bother me as much as the agility and acceleration. He's not an elusive back. He is good carry. He can truck. Stiff arm's okay. Spin move is weak, and so is juke. And those are ones that I rely on heavily. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, so that works out pretty good for me. And then our number one guy here, Taliaferro. He is a great backup. Yeah, that's a position we're going to need to look at in this offseason. I can't have that 82 agility as a starter. I like to be able to move a little bit. So that is what it is. Henry Hynoski at fullback. Good at catching the ball out of the backfield. Slower than dog shit. But so there will not be much in the way of the fullback dive, which everyone knows I like to run in a long yard situation. So I've got to be careful with that. We're going to have to swap in Taliaferro somewhat or Andre Williams. See if any of those are really big enough that I could... 230? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can line him up at some fullback here and there in the positional switch. So no big deal. But Hynoski will get the bulk of the snaps and probably play some third tight end for us. OBJ. What can you say about that? Got OBJ, so he's a beast. It's all good. At this point, I probably should trade him and get like a first, second, third, and like another player because this team is terrible. Ruben Randall is a great number 2. At least for me, he's exactly what I like. Got a little bit of size. He gets off the press pretty well. Decent spec catch. I don't really care about that. Catch in traffic is what I am concerned with as well as a regular catch. We can work on the route running. See, he's got good release, so he's going to beat that press a little bit. Not much speed, decent strength, decent agility, decent acceleration. He is basically your prototype possession receiver, which is I got to have one of those out of my top 2. So right now, my top 2 receivers is Beckham Jr. and Randall, and those guys are exactly what I like at both positions. I got a guy that can get deep, and then I have a guy that can just catch the ball straight up when I need it, first downs, and that's what I have. We got the old man, Victor Cruz. Looks like he's been playing the slot. Don't know how much he's going to get done with me. He's got good catching, but catching only works if you're fast enough to separate, really. So he is not fast enough to separate. So we're not that concerned with that. He probably won't make it too much longer. He'll be a good guy to keep as a 4th or 5th receiver. Dwayne Harris, kick returner, special teams guy. He's got very good catch. Catching traffic's okay. Spec catch is nice, but overall he just doesn't have the speed. He's got decent agility. He's another one of those guys. He's a tweener. He's gonna stay on the roster, just for now. And this guy is the one I am intrigued with, Nick Owens. He is a rookie. You see 74 overall, so that's not that good. It's not real big. He's kind of a little guy, but he is the type of slot receiver I love to see, the Andrew Hawkins type of slot receiver. He's got good catch, 85. So we'll take a look at his speed and see if he has enough ability to separate to get that catch as an important stat. Catching traffic's kind of low for me. Spec catch, like I said, I don't really care about. So we got to work on that route running. That is pretty low. He can get off the ball, though. That is good for a little guy. Decent jump. That's okay with. So 92 speed. No strength. 92 agility. 93 acceleration. That is exactly what we want in our slot receiver. So this guy, obviously he's injured. I won't get to use him this year, but for next year, I already have plans with him either being the 4 or the 3. So you're looking at Beckham Jr., Ruben Randall, Owens. Melee he's all right. He's a guy. He's a roster spot. And the rest of these guys at Washington will probably go. So I at least have 3 receivers I'm very confident in. 4 and 5, they don't have to be threats. They just have to catch the ball. Now, this is something I'm very concerned with. Tight end Delaney Walker, 33 years older than dirt. Yes, that's younger than me, but still, I'm not an NFL player. 88 overall. Good Lord. This is the one I'm worried about. Larry Donnell is a very solid tight end. No speed. I like to have a vertical threat at tight end. Neither of these guys have it, and that is kind of concerning to me. Delaney Walker, these days at 33, about to be 34 years old. If he does not retire, here's a good shot at playing fullback for me next year, which means I need a tight end. Larry Donnell can start if I don't get anybody else, obviously. He can play. He's got good catch. Route running's not that good. He can catch in traffic a little bit. He can also go up in the end zone and get that jump ball, so that is good. But he is more of what I would look at my second and third tight end. Yes, I did say third tight end because I love to run multiple tight end sets. Now, if you haven't noticed, so far, you have not seen any real impact players that have been drafted these first 3 years. You had a wide receiver who is low rated, but he's somebody that we can work on and get there. Our quarterback could do the same, but it's still no impact players. Here is one of them, it appears, Josiah Foreman. He is also, I believe, superstar dev. I'm sorry, he's quick dev. So that's okay. 80 overall, man, I'll take that as a left tackle. He's got good stats. I'm not going to go through all that. But he has been sitting behind, it appears, Will Beatty. Don't ask me why he's sitting behind a 32-year-old player that is only 1 point above him. Will Beatty, he's up for re-sign. I'm on the fence of whether or not I'm going to keep him. If I do, you will see him playing the guard spot at right guard. We have Justin Pugh, who is obviously not done jack squat to progress. Brandon Mosley, he's a backup. And this Jameson, a rookie, who is also a backup, who will probably not make the roster. Center, Weston Richburg. Not very good, but he will do. But we have this youngster right behind him, and we will take him because he is superstar dev trait, 75 overall. We will take care of him and get him the starting nod. Next year, Jeff Schwartz will be packing his bags and going somewhere else. And this will probably be the spot occupied by Will Beatty unless I see something else come available. Right tackle, no troubles here. Eric Flowers. He's a guy that can progress and do pretty good for us, it appears. Now, Mr. George Johnson, this is a guy I just signed. Know nothing about him. He's a 4-3 end. He's got a little bit of pass rush ability, but I tend to run a lot more 3-4. Either way, he's still going to start for me this year. We'll see what happens with next year. Akeem Spence was a free agent I just ran in and signed. He is more of a 3-4 end, it appears, which is fine with me, but he will also slide down to defensive tackle when I drop down into a 4-3 set, which will happen against these run-heavy teams. You look below him, DJ Austin, who is a youngster. He is also got a very good dev trait. I believe he is quick or superstar dev. He will get a lot of playing time next year. He's a little bit bigger, and that's what I like to see in my defensive ends. This bum is probably a goner. So is this bum and this bum. Defensive tackle, one of the superstars on this team is Jonathan Hankins from the Ohio State University. We will take it. So, yeah, he's good. I don't have much of a backup. That's why I said Akeem Spence will be playing there a little bit. Outside linebacker. This is kind of ugly here, folks. Oh, gosh. Williams, he's okay. He's not bad. He will get us by if we need him to. Devon Kennard is actually a better middle linebacker than he is an outside linebacker. Ayers, he's not an outside linebacker. He's actually a pass rushing defensive end, which is what he will get switched to this offseason. The real question mark here is Jarman Hurst, who is superstar dev trait as an outside linebacker, but at 64 overall, we are not sure if he's going to get on the field. He is more of a pass rushing defensive end as well. He has 0 coverage skills, so he will not benefit me at linebacker. Ben Reeves, this guy is, well, he is what he is. He's a 21-year-old rookie who has okay skills, but a long way to go before he's going to be ready for prime time. He is more of a third middle linebacker in my 3-4 defense. Not very good agility, good acceleration, okay strength and speed. Has no block shed. That pursuit is very low for me as well. So is the play rec. Man coverage is low and zone coverage is okay. So he's going to get some playing time, but I'm not sure how much. As we go into this, James Michael Johnson, the former Cleveland Brown, of course, we will take him, even though he is injured. And then behind him, J.T. Thomas III. He is going to be our backup on the both outside linebacker spots at this point. Demontre Moore is also another guy. He is a defensive end. I don't know why he is playing at outside linebacker. That's pretty piss poor team management. He will probably be a starter or a backup at maybe right defensive end next year. Now we'll look at the cornerback position. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, the old man, still getting her done. He's all man coverage. He still has a little bit of speed. He's got a little bit left in those legs for right now. Got some acceleration, some agility. Speed ain't that great, but man, he can get it done. He can jump. He's athletic as get out. And look at this. Where is it at? We passed it already. Where is it at? You ready for this? You ready for this? 98 man coverage, 88 zone coverage. That is beautiful. I would love it if those stats were reversed, but that's okay. And then we have rookie RT Ball, who also has very good coverage skills. 86 man, 87 zone. He can play the ball. He's got great speed. Demarius Randall is a guy I saw him make our previous owner, that loser, traded for. Apparently, he is okay. He's not that bad, but I don't know. He's 26 years old. Or he's 25. He will be 26. So, he hasn't progressed much at all. So that is kind of worrisome. He will be our third corner. Hopefully Rodgers-Cromartie sticks around and gives us one more good year. This Patman will be on the roster if something else doesn't materialize. Hosley, he's a hoser. He sucks. Bentley will not be here. Hilliard will probably be there to hopefully develop a little bit. Now, this Anton Rodgers, I saw him immediately, 22 years old, 81 overall, and I'm like, wow, he's young. All right, man, it's somebody I can work with, and doesn't have very good coverage skills, man. I need a guy around 90 on zone and 80 on man at free safety. His play rec is still low, but he's a youngster, and that's fine. The pursuit is a bit low as well. He's not a great tackler, but he can hit a little bit, so we're okay with that. The biggest concern, he can't jump and he can't run. He has no speed, none. Decent acceleration, agility is low, but it's a free safety. You can't expect a whole lot there. But that speed, my goodness, son, you need to have 95 zone coverage and about, 90 pursuit. You've got to be able to get to that ball. So that's a little concerning. Then Landon Collins is a young guy, and that's good as well. 79 overall. He could do a little bit of everything. He's got low man coverage skills, but we will fix that. We will get him up into the high 70s. His zone coverage skills are low as well. We need those to be up in the 90s. That'll be first priority. Play rec, dumber than a box of rocks. But good pursuit. His speed, agility, acceleration, and hit power are very nice. He can catch the ball too. So he's got 88 speed, which is, you can't complain about that as strong safety. 90 acceleration, 79 agility. So he is more of an in-the-box hitting safety, and that is fine. So he's not much on the coverage front, but we can fix that. So there you see it, guys. All in all, I don't know what this past owner did, but he didn't do a whole lot, really. I got a long way to go. I am scared. I do not. Hopefully, I'll be playing my first game today. I do not want to take a chance of winning this game. So I'm hopefully going to come out and just lay an egg and check out some of these players and see who's going to stay and who is going to go this offseason. So this is it, video 1. We will get a little bit further, talk about the team next week after this next game. From there on out, we will break down how the offseason goes for you, as well as the draft. Not sure where I'm going with that. I have so many holes. It's basically going to take best player available that will start immediately and make an impact. So that is what is going to happen with that. So thanks for stopping by. We will see you next time. After this first game, we will check things out, give you a little breakdown, and tell you what I saw. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Later.